Welcome back. We back.
We bike.
Dom's got her hair braided.
It was too hot. It was too hot. And I was putting so much heat on that little bob flip mullet thing I had going on.
He was like,
So
I
yeah,
can't do
I had to go get the braids again because I was tired. I was hot, and I was just telling people I was like, I don't think people realize how like I sweat. I sweat in my sleep. I be trying to figure out stuff to not make me sweat in my sleep. I just run hot. Like this is that's one of the reasons why I'm afraid of pregnancy.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll be
Okay.
hot.
Interesting.
I'll be hot.
So I got an update on Xander from the burning kitchen. She is now upset that we discussed it on the podcast. I guess she sat the steps right here and was listening to us talk about it. She was like, how
Of
much do
course
you
a
talk
Virgo
about me?
would.
She's like, how much do you talk to me about me in a podcast? I was like, what you mean? She was like, you guys talked about me burning up the kitchen.
Dude. Okay, Xander.
Now the only other way she could have, low key, she's too old for YouTube Kids, so she has uh restricted access for to watch regular YouTube. But like we don't be cussing as much no more, so she can actually watch those now. So, unless she did and watch one of our shows. So I don't know.
How much you
I
talking
think she
about me
said
on
right
the
here.
podcast?
Yeah, because I think she sat right here on the steps right here and like was just sitting there listening.
Because she knew you was gonna tell me.
Yeah.
It was too good not to tell me.
Yeah, like you almost burned up the crib. It's still smoke. It's
Your
still
house
smoking.
still smell like smoke.
Not the house, just the microwave.
You ain't bleached it yet?
Bleached it 4 times.
Bleach. Oh, you know what you could do? You could probably put like a lemon or like a lemon peel in there, maybe for like 15 seconds or whatever, and let it get kind of warm and like put that smell in there.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
good idea. I'm gonna
Or
do that.
put like what you probably have to do is mix like vinegar with some lemon and then kind of spray it or like in there
Oh,
and then
in there.
turn it
Gotcha.
on. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. Okay.
That's
So let's
funny.
get in. Yeah, she was
Hey,
so
shout
much.
out to the people rocking with your TikTok click you put up though.
Yeah. If y'all, we just got on a TikTok. I know I had Don been trying to get me on there for 2 years.
Well, I've been trying to get you on there and then I keep forgetting to post over there.
And I got on. I mean, shoot, I've been on it 3 or 4 months now I'm asking you like, you got that TikTok? I'm putting people on game. Like, but if y'all go follow SOLC Network on there, Dom is breaking the TikTok internet right now. At least for me, I don't know about y'all other TikTokers out there. Y'all be having 2 million people in a day, but for me, seeing close to 30,000 views on one thing is pretty awesome.
I know that warms my heart. I needed to go up. We need to come on, Instagrammers, watch the clip and respond and comment.
Yeah, the TikTokers is on it, man. And shout out to Stacy, who on IG got Snoop and all kind of people liking her video. It's got 600,000 views on IG
The
about her talking about
album,
Snoop about at the Olympics.
dude. Okay, since we're talking about the Olympics,
And I don't even know how that even gotten it. Well, she said that she said that the Olympic logo looked like Mary J. Blige. That was the first part.
no, because it can do. Because I saw that on the Twitter too. So it's
I don't even know how I hit the algorithm like that to even like getting like those people. Like it's 600,000 views right now on that.
that's good. Good.
Yeah, I'm just like, how? Let me do it again. Like shit.
Like, let me do it again. You know,
Or even give me a quarter of that again. Let me.
yeah. Okay, Snoop Dogg is the prime example of getting in the game, making the game work for you, getting out that street shit, and moving on with your life and being able to be multifaceted. Because Snoop Dogg has had so many lives. You know, like murder was the case that they gave me.
He had a murder charge on him. People, murder charge.
Like, and then now, and from that to acting, and then you, Martha Stewart is your best friend. That show used to be so good. That show was
And
so
look, and Martha, and if you put them two people up and ask which one went to jail, you would pick Snoop. And Snoop has never done prison time. Martha Stewart has though.
Yeah, Martha Stewart has, but I think that's the prime example. Him, LL Cool J. Well, LL Cool J really wasn't a thug, but you know what I mean. Like
I mean, he grew up in Queens. I mean, you know,
nah, he wasn't a Snoop Dogg type of dude.
No.
So that's what I mean. But it's like,
I guess Ice Cube is another one. Ice Cube is another one.
Yeah, Ice Cube is another one.
Ice-T.
Yeah, Ice-T, but I think he might still move a few bricks.
You think he still do now?
I don't know. It's something about Ice-T that just still give me nigga shit.
like he's over like a whole bunch of cartels in a low.
It's just something about him, and I don't know if it's just the role. Like it's like I'm waiting, and I love him on SVU, but it's just something there.
It's that New York Undercover role when he was what was his role on there? He was Danny Up. Remember he was the villain on New York Undercover. I think that's what it gives you because he was so damn good at that role as that villain, as Danny Up.
So that's but that's the thing is that they exemplify growth and change, which is what life is about. And I think we get so caught up on staying true to the, you know, like our sets and our hoods, and I ain't never leaving the hood, but that hood will get you killed every time. I'm never choosing the hood. It's like how Stevie J used to tell Jocelyn he'll send her back to the strip club. I ain't never going back. I ain't never going back to the hood.
Hey, Snoop figured it out, and look.
And it's no, he just figured it out.
And I don't know if he necessarily figured it out. I mean, I know he did figure it out. I'm not taking it away from him.
Yeah.
Or he was genuinely who he was, but just changing the space and the way he moved, but being him. Yeah. It's like you don't feel like, oh man, Snoop changed it up. You know, he just cleaned it up. He cleaned it up, which is two different things, people. Before somebody like, oh, when he was before talking about murder was the case. Yeah, but he elevated and moved himself in a different space. But he's still the same Snoop.
Yeah, I almost forgot. That just popped in my mind. That's how so far removed he is from his past life. Mm-hmm. And he should be. Like, that should not still be a thing that's like right here. When I think about Snoop, and like nowadays, that never even crosses my mind.
It always does for me because it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh because I'm like where he came from. I ought to make like America in 1994. He was the scariest black man in America to them. And look at us now.
and now he dressing up in dinosaur costumes and shit at his grandkids' birthday parties. Mm-hmm. Like, can you imagine? Like, the cool thing about it too is that we don't really get to see a lot of people in that realm, one, still be relevant and successful and making money like that. Like, we just name like the top 5 people, but we don't get to see a lot of them. A lot of these young cats ain't gonna see his age. They're never gonna grow old. So it's really cool to really see.
And not even just that, I'm not gonna say that they're not gonna see his age. They won't see his relevance at that age. I'll say that.
Some will, some won't. But a lot of them,
I would say majority of them won't. Majority of them won't have as much relevance as Snoop. Yeah. You got to think about how many people from his era are like really relevant.
So, which leads me to a podcast episode that I want to do.
Okay.
Speaks about that because I believe, like, and it's simply is, you know, like how we seen the last of our superstars. Like, is Taylor Swift the last superstar? Is Beyonce the last superstar? There's nobody right now that has a career like them. There will be no more Mariah Careys. There will be no more Michael Jackson. There will be not even Chris Brown. And people, there will never be another Usher.
No more Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson, none of that. And the reason I say that is because the system has changed.
I agree.
And the system became its own worst enemy. And so instead of working for people, it was working against people. And it shifted so much where now, like you said, it takes nothing for somebody to hit on the algorithm. But then they'll be relevant. They'll put out stuff. But it'll be somebody else that'll come right behind them and do it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't really build Beyonce's. They don't build Taylor Swift's anymore. They don't.
Can SZA be one?
No. I'm going to say SZA can't be one because I think streaming wise, she's done a great job. But I don't see SZA hitting there. It's a different category. She's more alt R&B. So she's never, though she's going to have, the stadium tour or the arena tours, because I'm not going to say stadium, but it wouldn't be necessarily, I don't foresee it being record-breaking numbers. The only person I think that could be able to do that is Rihanna's going to have to go on tour and put out something and go on tour. And even if she didn't put out anything, if Rihanna just decided tomorrow that she was going to go on tour, it would sell out. She would have to.
What about the little British homeboy? Is he one or is he not? The redhead guy, just Sheeran, Ed Sheeran.
Boy, Ed Sheeran ain't had a hit in a minute, and he had to pay Candy Buress for shaking.
He did?
Yep.
Oh, because he wrote that? She wrote that?
Nope. Because the pattern of that song matched up to No Scrubs. So her and Tiny now have writing credits on that and get paid for that.
Oh, wow. Okay, what about Billie Eilish?
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know any of her music. Billie Eilish.
All I did is Google the biggest artist of 2024. I'm just trying to just name.
Billie, I currently, yes, I think she could, and maybe that is Charlie XCX or XCX, whatever the fuck the Charlie girl is that got the Brat song that I ain't never heard. But yeah, I just keep seeing people talk about this Brat thing, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
What about Morgan Wallen? He's the biggest country star right now.
Don't know who that is.
Fair enough. What about Tyler?
The creator?
She's the big. No, Tyler, the singer. The African singer, the one that people were mad about that she won over Sexy Red for Best New Artist at the BET Awards. She's a big international star.
Yeah, I know Tyler, the water girl. I thought you were talking about Tyler Creator. Sorry.
No.
I still feel like if Tyler went on a tour, because she was supposed to go on tour and then she got injured and hurt something and couldn't tour. That's what they're saying. I kind of put her in the lane of a Jhené Aiko, who just toured or is touring. And it took Jhené a while to get to the level that she is tour wise, because she was playing at the Novo and like smaller, like what is it? House of Blues. Like those are the places where I've seen her in some really, like more intimate settings or whatever, which I actually really enjoy her that way.
I prefer that type of music in that more.
Yeah, that's how I kind of see Tyler at the moment.
Okay.
But I mean, the numbers, I think there'll be somebody that has single hits that'll run the numbers.
What about Bad Bunny?
But
like Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny, but Bad Bunny been quiet for a while. But I mean, in the sense of, I think people will have singles.
I mean, Beyonce. It was periods where Beyonce was quiet.
Yeah, no, Beyonce was quiet, but she was working. But I mean, in the sense, there's some people that can't take those long breaks like that.
Yeah, no, the game is set up now that you can't take breaks.
But see, the thing is, it's like sometimes if you do that, look at Rihanna. Rihanna hasn't put out an album since. Fuck, it was the same year that Lemonade came out.
That's the last Rihanna album was 2016.
Yeah, I think so. I think that 2016 or 17 is when Anti came out.
Hold on, I'm pulling up just for you.
And I know that whatever she at one point she was working on something because they had registered something, but it kind of just went away, and that was
2016. You on right on point. 2016.
And so, but Rihanna hasn't just like disappeared. We got Fenty Beauty, we got Savage Fenty. Now she got a hair care line. So there's so many ways that this person is staying relevant and in the know where you don't she can't drop off your radar. But there's some people that can't necessarily afford to do that. But also, I wonder if what her contract is with Rock Nation, because she didn't have no crazy Cassie deal where it was like you got to put out 10 albums, but it was something similar. Because you remember when Rihanna first came out, she was dropping back to back. Because it was
she got 2005, 2006, 2007. 3 years in a row she dropped. Then 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. So basically, she only took off 1 year from 2005 to 2012.
Yeah.
And now 2008 is the only year she took off.
And that was after the
Yep.
And still dropped. Then still dropped Rated R after that.
Yeah. Rated R is 2009.
Yep. So I'm wondering what her deal was, because I feel like she still owed him one last album.
Who is she on? Is she still on Def Jam?
She on the Island. She was on Island Def Jam.
So she might owe them on one more album. Oh no, she's on Rock Nation now.
I knew I think that was like,
this last album was on Rock Nation.
Okay.
That's what it said. At least that's what it says here. It was on Rock Nation.
She was always, because but that's still under Def Jam.
Yeah, it's just part of Jay-Z's thing up under that whole umbrella.
So was Rock Nation. But I don't know, whatever. But that's one of the things that I want to talk about. Like dissect it.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing to think about is like, what is that? What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, ooh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I heard the Olympics basketball. What did Jason Tatum? No, it's not. Let's before we get into Jason Tatum discussion. Hey, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, y'all did yeoman's work holding it down for Team USA. Hey man, Steph Curry. And I like Steph Curry when I say this. Hey man, Steph Curry be talking a lot of shit though, yo. Like a lot of cash shit, but nobody like tries to fight him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, think about this dude be doing sleeps on you, the little piano stuff. And ain't nobody try to punch him yet. I'm just saying, how does he get away?
Because he comes across like this really nice guy, like this church boy.
Right, but in the middle of a game, you talking about you put me to sleep right next to you, and I'm running down the court with you. I'm something gotta happen to you. I ain't saying I gotta straight punch you, or I'm on, but dang, I can't get him a little shove. Like you never hear about nobody being like, yo, I had to, Steph, I had
to run up on Steph.
Yeah, nobody they let him get away with. If LeBron was doing that, somebody would try to fight him.
And it would be like headline news.
He gets away. He got all these little things. He does all kind of stuff.
Yeah, he a troll for sure. I kind of enjoyed that the most.
He was trolling. He was trolling Rudy Gobert and all the French players with Draymond Green when he was doing that?
Okay.
So Draymond Green got tickets right behind the Paris bench, and that's their thing is them two going to sleep. And then I guess the next level was that when remember Draymond choked Rudy Gobert like go to sleep, like he choked you out.
Like Draymond gotta be the biggest hater. Like I got these tickets. I came all the way from the Bay,
and I didn't spend extra to get over here though. Not just regular tickets with the homies, because Carmelo and all them cats sitting over, all together. Like, all the tickets together.
I'm here to troll. I have one job and one job only.
Hey, you were international to troll.
Y'all can hate Draymond Green all y'all want, but I can't because it's stuff like I see why people have beef with Draymond. I enjoy Draymond shenanigans. I can no longer be a nigga. He does it for me.
Hey, and you can't even be mad at Draymond. You can't be. If you were a player, you definitely are like this dude. But it's things like everybody gonna be scared to run up on him too. So it's like one of them things of like,
except Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal fights back.
Like, all right, who gonna run? Then you trying to hope and get somebody bigger, but then it's like nobody's like somebody may be taller than him, but they're not bigger than him. Like, and they may not have that want to. That's the thing. That want to is everything. Like I want to fight. Like, oh, he wanna be a troll. Like, do I really want to deal with that?
Yeah.
It's a lot of want to.
That's a different level of crazy.
Yes, that's the thing. What do you want? How much crazy can you match with Draymond?
Yeah, that's just a different level. And so, but it's also kind of fun and entertaining. And I know I shouldn't be, and I know they're probably gonna roast me in the comments for that, but I enjoy the shenanigans. Do I think he should be kicking people in the no, that was
no, that's all sucker stuff. Yes.
I was like, no, that was Serge Ibaka that was kicking people in the nuts. But he do be manhandling people like they, and it's wrong. And it's wrong like that, I feel like. But the shit talking that Draymond does, he be backing it up. When I say like, he's like, all right, I'm talking this shit to you, but it's like also I'm not this shitty player. Like,
right.
I am doing it. It's just a lot. Like the Olympics, the parts that I did catch, and I mainly caught basketball because I clearly was getting my times off for like track and field and gymnastics because that was the only thing I really kind of cared about. And I did see the 4-on-4 relay or 3-on-3 relay. I did catch that.
4x4.
4x4. Yes, I did catch that.
With Sha'Carri, right?
No, Sha'Carri wasn't in that.
This was for girls or for men? You talking
for girls? It was the last one. She wasn't. She was passing the baton. She wasn't passing that. I don't recall seeing her.
Oh, then it must have been a 4x400 meters. It's a 4x400 meters. You talking about? But they do one whole lap, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sha'Carri only did 4x1.
So, but it was a good time. It was interesting, and the commentary surrounding the men's basketball game is just interesting because we just what we were talking about offline in regards to our hometown hero,
Jason Tatum,
who with his little cute family, he keep him a light-skinned woman. Is his new baby by Ella May.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got proper.
I hope they stay together and make it because they so low key. Because a lot of people didn't know they were dating until that clip of her came out pregnant. She'd been dating him on the
No. It was out before that because they was at a party together. Maybe like 2021.
No, I knew. But I'm saying that a lot of people didn't know. Like
the general public didn't know.
Yeah, the general public didn't know until that video surfaced of her at the finals and stuff, pregnant.
Hey man, both of them bad look too though. Hey, look, I ain't mad at you, Jason. Do what you got to do, man. I go back and forth on Jason Tatum's kind of action and reaction to this, to the way he didn't play as much as he did in the 2020 games. A part of me is like, hey man, like 3 bona fide Hall of Famers decided to play this year. Only one that was back was Kevin Durant. Like, so you didn't have LeBron and you didn't have Steph either. So and KD. So those 3 are going to start. So that's part of the starting 3.
Well, and
we need a big man. We need a big man. 2 big men.
And KD didn't start to the last game because
when he wasn't feeling good, right?
Huh? No.
Was he not feeling good?
No. It was because apparently he didn't come to like the practices or something, like some of the practices. So Steve Kerr didn't start him. That's how you had Anthony Edwards, who I call AE, aka Dum Dum, who need to call us for our services.
Yeah. Hey, but I like him, man. He's got competitive nature in him. Did you see him tell the table tennis girls team that he think that he could beat them, the Olympic table tennis girls team?
No, the clip I
sent on the boat together, like and they all sitting together. They
came over there bothering him. And
no. What you call brought him over?
Which clip you talking about?
It was the table tennis girls,
right?
The table tennis.
Yeah, the Asian girls.
Yeah. But they brought somebody else. I think it was Steph brought them. Somebody else brought them over, and they said, "Hey, do you think you could beat them in table tennis?" And he was like, "Yeah." And they was like, "What?" He was like, "All right. Let me take that back." He's like, "I'm gonna score me a point though. I ain't gonna get struck." And even though it makes me believe that he won't lose, he will score a point. Like I don't know. I really don't think he will, but his confidence in with it makes me think he would.
That's the type of delusion that that we need in life.
You got to, man. Like I love it. But keep going with the Jason Tatum thing.
Well, I'm with you. I can see his frustrations, and I can see where there could have been like certain games where it was close, where they could have possibly put him in to get some of those shots off. But also, I mean, you on a team with, like you said, it's Steph, KD, LeBron, like that Serbia game.
Hey, the chef was chefing it up.
Yeah, where it was a lot happening, and it was that last quarter.
And it was super physical, and Jason Tatum is not physical.
Yeah, I was like, so you have to think about stuff like that. But also, I think part of it is, out of any game, I feel like if he should have been like on the floor more, it would have been that first game, because outside of that, like Sudan, like they was real physical, and so I felt like that would have been a problem for them. But it's also like kind of like I'm not gonna say it was poor sportsmanship. I don't want to say that, but man, that pouting. And on the polar opposite, you have Tyrese Halliburton ain't play no minutes really. I don't think he played at all. I don't recall seeing him get out of that USA t-shirt.
I believe Tyrese did get to play a little bit in one of them blowouts.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
But he knew he wasn't getting in. And he was comfortable with that.
He was comfortable with that. He was like, "Hey, I'm just happy to be here." Because what did he replaced Kawhi, right?
Yep.
So okay, JT, if Kawhi was there, you probably wouldn't have played at all.
You said it would have been even less minutes.
Like, come on. And so, and I get it. And you have Tyrese Halliburton joking about his role or lack thereof and getting this gold medal for he said literally
he averaged 2.7. He played 3 games. He averaged 2.7 a game. He played in 3.
Look, that must have been a moment.
Look, hold on. But guess how many Jason Tatum played in?
How many?
4.
He played 4 minutes?
4 games.
4 games, okay.
And averaged 5.3 points. He averages 5.3 points a game. And Tyrese Halliburton played in 3, the least.
You did what needed to be done, and that was it.
Yeah, and his thing when he said,
leaving you out there.
When he said, when you do the group project, you still get an A.
You don't contribute nothing to the group project. Mm-hmm. And still get an A.
Hey, I ain't mad at him. That's something that nobody can ever say to him ever in his life, regardless. I averaged 2.7 points, got me an Olympic medal.
And also think about it from this perspective.
And I'm not wasting my energy for the next season. I was chilling.
And look at it from this perspective too. This is probably LeBron's last Olympic go-round.
Yes.
In 2028, sure. That means he will be 44. He will not be playing. He might be coaching, assistant coaching, but I doubt he doing that.
LeBron win the coach.
I can see him maybe, but yeah. Listen. But kudos and shout out to them. You know, y'all brought home the gold. It is now, I think, 5 or 6 consecutive golds for Team USA in basketball, and I think 5 for women.
Yeah, the women haven't lost since 1996.
Yeah.
The men lost in 2004.
Yeah, they got that bronze. So them niggas was out partying and bullshitting.
And guess who the captain was?
I know.
Allen Iverson, who loves to go out and kick it, especially at that time.
And Paul Pierce was there.
Was Paul Pierce on that team?
I feel like wait, don't quote me on that. You know what? No, I think KG was there. I think it was.
I don't think any of those guys. I think all of them was like, oh, y'all got it. Don't even trip. That's how I think the feel of the whole team was. Let me see here. Hold on. Let's see. I'm finna find out.
Who was on that team? Because I don't think. Clearly, Kobe wasn't there.
Because Kobe came to the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm finna tell you now. Hold on. It's coming out. All right. 2004 had Allen Iverson as the captain. Literally the captain. Stephon Marbury, Dwayne Wade, Carlos Boozer, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Emeka Okafor, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Tim Duncan, Lamar Odom, and Richard Jefferson.
Okay, I don't know why I'm picturing Paul Pierce, but no, that makes sense because a lot of them niggas that you just named are party niggas, and they still party niggas.
And look, but even worse though is that party cats with real young players that just came in the league: Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Amari Stoudemire. Just got into the league. You know what I mean? Like they just got in the league. Like they all been in the league 2 years, if the most at that time. Dude. So it wasn't no hardcore vets on here. You know, like Tim Duncan was on here. He's Tim Duncan was one of the captains. But Tim Duncan he's a captain, but you needed somebody that was going to be. You needed KG on this a team like this. That was gonna be like, man, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
dude, every time I think KG,
With the Honey Nut Cheerios?
Okay. No. You remember when he was trying to read something on what, like, what was it, Sports Center or like one of them shows, and he could not, like, this is not me making fun of him. I appreciate him for trying, but he like read across it real fast, but it wasn't what that word was.
You gotta cut him some slack, man. He went straight from high school to the pros.
I understand.
And he went from, well, he started high school in South Carolina and went to college on the south side of Chicago. So I can't ain't too much you go add to him.
I'm like, child.
You know. But man, another thing in the Olympics.
I'll say this. He as he got older, because you remember he was kind of like, people would kind of say he was a little chaotic. But as he got older, he became like more aware, just like that video. But Paul Pierce has not.
Yeah, no. That's what I said. At this time in 2004, this is when KG fully is a vet at that point, and he's calmed down and he's focused town at this time. 2004, if they would have put him on that team. Now, I don't know. He may have been hurt or something. I don't know why. Like, honestly, I don't know why Kevin Garnett or Paul Pierce wasn't on this team. Or even Ray Allen, too. Like, it's a couple of people. I'm like, maybe Cass was like, man, we gonna win anyway. It's not a big deal, you know. Like, let them and they might be like, let them young boys. You gotta think they got all the new young boys. Let them Chris Bosh and all them young boys get on the team and let them do their thing. Like they got it. And then when we lost, they was like, and then people was talking crazy, like, man, the U.S. done fell off. Like, oh, okay, word. All right, we finna gun up on you. It's like the next year they brought some. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. The games were good though, really good.
Yeah, the girls were good too, man. Look, Asia Wilson is the best women's basketball player in the world right now. She's dope. Like, I believe she had 26 points, 14 boards, 6 blocks, or some crazy stat line like that.
Okay.
And the women's game is way closer than, besides France is good, and I believe Germany is good too as well. But there is a lot more closer than the men are supposed to be. But all of basketball is getting closer to American style basketball of what you be able to do, because all them girls, I think half them girls on the France team play in the WNBA in the W. So these are girls, they know these cats that they're playing against. Let me check on that.
No, it is for sure. And I know there's a lot of commentary surrounding, what will happen, what's going to happen in 2028 when y'all bring y'all asses to LA and cause a lot of traffic jams for us out here. I hope the sidewalk is paved, because if not, I hope some of y'all trip on the sidewalk, not into the street, but just, on the sidewalk.
Oh, dang. I'm looking at the roster. I'm actually looking at the roster for the French women's team. Most of these girls, all these girls don't play in the WNBA at all. These girls all play in Europe.
Yeah. And so, because even on some of the other teams, like, it was only a couple of people that was in the NBA, which was Rudy Gobert, which I didn't even realize he was over there, because they was talking about other people so much that were on the team in France, and Wemby, and I think it's gonna be probably really close, because they got 4 years to train, to get it together, and that's just gonna always stick in his forefront. Because what is KD? KD is a year younger than me, so he might be playing in 4 years.
I doubt it.
Because it'll be before his 40th birthday.
Yeah, I doubt he's.
So he might be playing, but I don't foresee, like, it might be something where it's like it'll be his last time, like how I'm pretty sure this was LeBron's last hoorah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. I'm like, I don't know. This is gonna be a different, situation for them with that, And then I'm glad that, at a certain extent, I know, like, I saw some chatter online. I'm like, oh, it wouldn't have been this close if Caitlin Clark would have played. And I'm like, oh my god, yo, like that's what, and you know what? And I heard some rumors and rumblings from different people I know that play ball that are women. They said that's the direct reason they did not select her, because think about how much drama it would have been for that women's coach if Caitlin Clark was selected, but they ain't put her in the rotation and play at all. So it'd have been like Jason Tatum on like steroids. Because everybody been like, why Caitlin not playing? So if you ain't gonna play her anyway, and you want to get some vets their opportunity to get a gold or another gold like Diana Taurasi or something like that, let them do that. Because you didn't want that Caitlin Clark show. Because when that show starts, it don't stop.
We know.
Yeah. So that's why I get why they did
enjoying these 2 weeks of Caitlin Clark piece. Okay.
Yeah, but think about it, if they would have put her in there. And how much drama they could have brought around the team. And not saying that Caitlin did that her personally. We're talking about just the media chatter behind it of like.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So with it being what Caitlin Clark's rookie year, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe that she should have even been a thought in their mind because she is a rookie?
That's part of it too, because a lot of these girls that were selected have been playing together already in 2022 and like the World Championship, stuff like that. So you just been throwing her in there just to say you threw Caitlin in there. Now Caitlin can get ready to come up and play in the World Championships and for FIBA in 2026. Then it's like, okay, she's a part of the team. They got their own little culture, their own way they want to play. Yeah. They brought the same girls they want to bring back from the last team. Is the way you look at it, the way it was.
Okay, because that's what I was like, oh, she a rookie. She has time. That's how I was also looking at it. I might give it to somebody that, that's been there for a while, that has done the work, that has shown up and shown and proved. And not that she hasn't. I'm not, and this is no hating on her, but I just feel like they did right.
Yeah, I mean, it'd have been fun. But another thing, man, this break dancing. At the Olympics.
It will not be happening here in Los Angeles. I tell you that much.
Yeah, they replaced it with 4 new events. That's how bad that they did. They got flag football. They brought baseball back and something else.
Flag football.
5-on-5 flag football.
I'm sorry. What y'all are doing too much and not enough at the same time. I'm very overwhelmed in an underwhelming way. Flag football. So why isn't regular football a part of it? Is it because the seasons overlap? Well, the times overlap?
I guess so.
That's silly as hell.
Oh well, no, regular football can't be. Other countries don't play it for real like that, but other countries will play flag. They play flag football. I
guess. I feel like if that's the case, like let's fucking play badminton. Like that's
they do. They got badminton in the Olympics.
They do.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Table tennis. You saw table tennis, ping pong. Table tennis is an award. It's a whole bunch of random stuff.
What's the other one? So that we'll have cricket.
Cricket. Oh, you know what?
It's people that play cricket here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Cricket will be at the Olympics in 2028.
That makes more sense to me.
So the cricket, baseball, flag football, and 3 other sports are being added to the 2028 Olympics.
Okay, so what's the other one where they throw the ball or the birdie or whatever, and they be running, and
that's cricket.
No, cricket is with like a mallet looking thing.
No, that's croquet. Croquet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, croquet is what you think with the mallet.
Cricket is no.
No, cricket is the one that's like baseball almost. They got the pitcher that throw the ball, they hit it, they run around the bases and all that stuff. Yeah, that's cricket.
No, not
India's
that.
India's like the
what?
best team in the world.
No, I'm talking about
Croquet.
No, I'm not talking about croquet. It's another sport where it's on a stick and it's like a net, like to catch something that they be throwing. That is not cricket. That's not croquet. What is that called? Why has that slipped my mind?
So you ain't talking about badminton then, right?
Yes, I am. Badminton. No,
yeah.
Badminton is something else.
No, badminton is like almost like tennis, but with the net and the ball.
No, I'm not talking about that. Yeah, because I was like, no, that's something else. Because their thing is called a birdie. I know that.
Netball. Is it netball? I'm looking up Googling stuff. Netball. Two teams of 7 players pass and throw the ball around the court to score goals through the other team's net.
No, I'll figure it out and then I'll text you.
Okay.
Because they played it. They play it like in high school. It's a hella white sport.
Bash ball? Handball?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to figure that one out. All right, next up, lunch lady gets 8. How many years does this woman get?
9.
9 years for stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings from the state of Illinois. Now, I'm finna pull this up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so many questions. So many questions.
All right. This is like, I couldn't have wrote this. Because Vera Liddell is her name. Vera. An Illinois woman will spend the next 9 years in prison after she stole 11 cases of chicken wings worth $1.5 million that were meant for students during the height of the COVID pandemic, prosecutors said. Vera Liddell used her position as a food service director at Harvey School District 152, which is would be equivalent to like Berkeley here in St. Louis. It's a Chicago suburb. Small suburb though. What you call it from? It's a couple people from Harvey. It's a couple of famous people from Harvey. From Chicago, from Harvey. Man, I'd have to figure it out for you, but I'm gonna finish reading the article first. To carry on the unappetizing crime that was unearthed, the district realizing schools blew past its budget. Prosecutors told Liddell, 68, started the scheme in July 2020 and didn't stop until February 2022. The Cook County State Attorney's Office told State ABC 26. While she brought up the incredible amount of poetry while she bought up the incredible amount of poetry and used a school cargo van to pick up the food, students never saw a single wing, prosecutor said. Schools were closed, but the district near Chicago was still sending out meal kits to students in remote learning during the height of the pandemic. She was originally charged with theft and operating a criminal enterprise in January 2023. Liddell, who was in food service head for 10 years of the district, took a guilty plea in the case before she received a 9-year prison sentence. A school business manager found costs were $300,000 over budget, even though there was still months left in the school year during a routine audit that led to her arrest. All right.
Lacrosse.
Oh, okay. Yes.
But, okay, back to the situation at hand. So, how much was you selling a pound for?
Out the trunk.
It's like, and what brand was this for you to be doing this? And also, why y'all giving that lady 9 years for some chicken? Now, here's the thing. Now, my friend made a valid point. She said probably because it was during COVID and all of these things. And
people wasn't really tripping.
And no, well, she was saying they probably gave her that much time and said it was like this federal thing just because it was like it started during the pandemic.
And they're supposed to be delivering food to kids or something. Like our kids could come to the school to get food, and that's where it gets messy at for me. Like, dang, it was kids that didn't never get no meals and couldn't.
I don't think it was that they ain't get no meals. They ain't get no protein. Or they ain't get the chicken.
They getting everything else but the chicken.
They got everything else. They got the veggies. They probably got like beef, things like that, a patty.
All right. So then, who got these chicken wings? Like, who got the Harold's get them? Like, is there a Harold's connection here where Harold's Chicken Wings is out there buying this on the low? Now, how big were these wings? Because that's the key point. Were they wingettes or full wings?
No, seriously, because
These are questions that need to be asked.
No, and true. Okay. Also, this is going to sound very, very first worldly. I'm sorry. Vera didn't look like she had the credentials to be anybody's director of anything.
In Chicago, in Harvey, Illinois, she do.
So that's what
this is like a woman in Berkeley.
I get it, but it is just wild.
I'm gonna name a couple of people, black people that from Harvey that you would know. Keke Palmer's from Harvey. Willie Taylor from Day 26 is from Harvey. Selena Johnson is from Harvey. The Dells, the group The Dells is from Harvey.
Okay.
And then you got some athletes from there as well. Eddie Curry, if you remember, Eddie Curry's played for the Bulls from Harvey. Melvin Eli is from from there. Antoine Randall, if all our football people that know Antoine Randall, and also a couple of chicks I used to holler at back in college, along with that. Just to throw that in there. I know well about Harvey.
Like the gutter snipes.
The gutter snipes. What's the gutter snipes?
Are they gutter snipes? Like, are they kind of like?
No, all these women are doing well in their lives.
Okay, that's good. That's good. A lot of the people are doing well in their lives. So
yeah.
So with me passing judgment, like I feel terrible, but I thought it was a girl was missing, like her teeth, and I don't think they are. It just appeared that way.
Yeah, but I mean, they might have jammed her up. She didn't get to pop her mouthpiece back in, because she got one by now, because she been slanging. Now, I gotta know where these wings went to.
How big? Okay, so by the pound, what was you charging? Like, what did you actually profit off of it?
$1.6 million. I don't even know how many pounds that could even be. Like, where do you warehouse this?
What was selling that for? Also, I'm kind of like fucking with you, where you like she might have.
She had delivered straight to somebody. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you. Like, were you selling these to restaurants? Because this makes no sense.
And my thing is, you stole $1.6 million worth of pounds. Where you wasn't storing this yourself. You had to get whatever van you was getting. You was doing an order. Hey man, I need about 4 pounds of 4 pounds of legs, 4 pounds, whatever it may be. Cool. I'll be through there on Thursday at 7. It had to be deliveries like this. Because where do you keep this much chicken?
Like she had to have a storage unit. That was
I'm saying she delivered directly to somebody after she stole it.
Some of it was directly, but she had to have like the largest storage unit that just had deep freezers in there, because nothing else makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, and I'm also embarrassed that you were stealing chicken. Like, how blacker can you get? And then it wasn't like you was like kind of let me fall under the radar.
Okay, here we go, Dom. I got some more details.
Here's the thing. It was at some point. That means sometime in 2022, she got greedy because you fell under the radar.
No, Dom, they said between August and November 2021, she ordered 11,000 cases of chicken wings from the food provider and picked up the orders in a district cargo van. So she didn't even deliver them to the school. She was picking them. She's supposed to take it back to the schools or deliver it to the whatever warehouse with them. She was taking them somewhere else.
Yeah. And she probably sprinkled a little bit in the school. I ain't gonna because now by this time school is over.
Yeah, you can't just have it starved out. You can't. have it do no wings. You might have took maybe 5. You know what? She probably took maybe 4 or 5,000 cases. Took them with her. Other 5 almost sprinkle them around the schools on the south in the area.
And what kind of? So are you okay? Also, are you driving like a U-Haul truck?
It said a cargo van, a district cargo van.
But a cargo van ain't that big. That's like
yeah. But if you're not doing, she did it between a certain amount of time. So let's say.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, how much? I need to know.
But that's over 6 months.
How many pounds is in a case? How many pounds is in a case?
Question. So if it's 11,000 cases, and she did it from August and November, so that's 4 months. So she averaged close to 3,000 wings, a little bit less than 3,000. Well, it's definitely less than 3,000 wings. Look, about 3,500 wings a month. She was stealing at that time period. So it's 30 days in a month. She can get 100, and you can get more than 100 cases in there. So I'm thinking you can get 500 cases in one stop at one time. So all she got to do is go. Basically, all she got to do is pick up 500, 600 wings a week. If she stole 11,000.
But then she started to get greedy, because she was like they said they noticed that they was over at this time frame over the budget by $300,000. So the budget is allocated where it's close to $1 million or a little less, right?
Yeah.
And so,
but then they realized it because they probably had some little buffer in there, like, oh man, we if we go over, they went over that, but she was stealing more than that. They had buffer in there of like, all right, well, we maybe got 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 buffered in there, so it didn't become a red flag. So she got greedy.
Yeah. And so it was cool, but then she saw that bank account increase. So we need to contact her and try to get a statement and see how many wings, like what was she selling it for? And they were saying that they wasn't sure if she had representation in court or not. Like if she had an attorney. Because I think, personally, I think 9 years for selling chicken wings is wild as fuck. Like that's,
but it's a fraud of 1.5 million. That's the thing.
Know, but in chicken wings, I didn't physically steal 1.5 mil. It ain't cash.
Oh, somebody broke it down. Dumb. Somebody on Reddit broke it down. All right. So I rabbit hole this when it says she got away 11,000 cases of chicken wings from Gordon's Food Supply in a month period. Gordon's case of 40 pounds each at $124 a case, which works out to the 1.3 million. That makes 440,000 pounds of chicken wings. For comparison, an adult blue whale weighs approximately 400,000 pounds.
So, okay, so if it costs her $100 and something, if it costs $100 and something, you say how much? 100 and what?
$124 a case for 40 pounds a case. For $124 for the 40-pound case. So
okay, I'm gonna exclude. So that means probably some people, I can see her selling that.
They was getting it for 50 a case. That's how she was getting them out. I bet she was selling for 50 a case.
Yeah. And that's what I was gonna say, like 50 or 75. Because think if that's or you got 40 pounds for like a family reunion and you've spent $40, like $75 on that. You can't beat that.
No, think if you Harold Chicken on 78th and Stone.
No, I was starting there. I was working my way up to the fast food. But yeah, seriously.
Or even a little other chicken spot.
Because okay, so how many cases was that? So let's times that times the $50. Like if she did, let's do 75. Because you really would turn a profit if it was like 75.
Mm-hmm.
So how many cases did they break it down to be?
It broke down to 11,000 cases of chicken wings.
Okay, so 11,000.
And it was 40, and each Gordon's case is 40 pounds each.
Dude, you almost saw $1 million if she sold them for $75. That's
no. They didn't say how much you sold. The retail for those.
No, you said the cases. That's how many cases. So I'm just saying hypothetically, if she sold, you said how many? You said it was like 11,000 cases.
Yep.
times $75, she would have $825,000.
But you already said that her teeth wasn't fixed. So where's his money going?
It looked like it. I'm not sure. It was how the top lip sat. Sorry. And it might just be small.
Yeah. So it's this how many chicken wings? Like this chicken wings. These were full chicken wings, not wingettes. I just looked up to make sure.
Yeah. And that's a good deal for $75 because let me tell you this. No. Let me tell you how they listen. I went to the Ralph's in Burbank for the 4th of July to get a pack of wings. Now let me tell you nobody really had no 4th of July specials. But I got a pack of wings, whole wings. And they was pretty too. That was almost $30 for like.
But this is a school buying in bulk too, so that's why they get.
I know, but I'm saying like that's what I'm telling you. If I had like maybe it was. I feel like it was like a decent amount of whole wings, but it was like okay because if I tried to like get the packages for the wingettes, like the party wings, I wouldn't end up spending the same price
amount.
And then when the cashier rang him out, he double checked the price. He was like, I thought I rang it up wrong. He's like, this is expensive. I said, tell your motherfucking people that's y'all owners, that like the bosses, like this is ridiculous. This is price gouging. Because a pack of drumsticks will cost you, that was the same size, will cost you $6 fucking. I don't want no grilled legs. I want grilled wings.
I mean, that's a real different type of case. All right. Next up, your boy Tyrese has decided he is going. Why are you looking at me like that? Because I said your boy.
Yeah.
I mean, do you like Tyrese a lot, don't you?
Okay, so in my early LA days, y'all, I used to go to parties at Tyrese's house, and they were fun. And I'm gonna say this: Tyrese is very nice, very hospitable, epic parties and all that stuff. But I remember one time they used to do this thing called R&B Live, and I'll tell y'all the other funny story. And at that time, the friend of mine at that time, because we ain't friends that more, was like this Tyrese fan, and so I was like, oh, I'm asking for a picture, and it was like me and my friends took a picture. I was like, I'm gonna send it to so and so. So I asked for the picture, and he's like, it's like he sized me up, and was like, yeah. So I was like, okay. But then instead of like getting in between us to like take the picture, he stood like this. And then so my homegirl had to move to the other side. She was like, oh, okay, to take this picture. So that was weird. I was like, okay, this is weird as motherfucker. And it was so funny because when I saw that picture of him, I was like, I literally just told somebody how weird this nigga is. So the other time we were at his house and my homegirls had invited us over. And we were there like earlier during the day, but it was turning like when we was at the pool. But at night, he was inviting people over. It was a thing like he really has like a he doesn't call it Benihana, like a Gypsy Hana in his backyard. The chefs were black. They cooked for us. It was fire. But the light wasn't working right in his pool. So he had the bright idea to give us like hella money to go to Party City to get glow sticks to light up the pool.
Did it work?
No, because his pool was too big for that. I was like, when
how many? It would take so many to get that done.
They didn't have enough glow sticks out for us to even get, like, we would need 1,000 glow sticks.
Right. You couldn't even buy all Party City for all the glow sticks and would still wouldn't be enough.
Exactly. So I was like, yo, I don't think this is gonna work. Like we put some in there. I was like,
And they just went immediately out, didn't they? They went immediately out as soon as you put them in.
I just was like, this is silly. It's not gonna work. Just like, here's the receipt. Y'all just leave the rest of them in the bag, and just he can go take them back because it was silly. I was like, and I looked at that pool. I looked at the pool before when he said that shit, and I was like, that ain't gonna work. And it'd be one thing I could see if it could glow, but even still, if they will float, but they would like it has that look that it's gonna sink. So what you think is gonna do is not gonna do. Yeah.
And then he decides to recreate Marvin Gaye's epic national anthem performance, but he dressed like him from the 70s. But when Marvin Gaye did it, he was in a suit in the 80s, I believe, at the All-Star game, 84, 83, 84 All-Star game. But here we go, y'all. For if you did not see it, here. Now, is he trying to play Marvin Gaye in the film? Is he like trying to like?
Somebody said he playing Teddy Pendergrass or something, and that that was announced. That was supposed to be true. Yes. So I'm wondering
if that hasn't been kicked off the ground. That hasn't been started. So I don't know. That might have been.
So it's not in production.
I don't believe it's in production. Let me see.
Also, when I that's interesting that he's playing Teddy Pendergrass, because I wouldn't necessarily pin him there.
Oh, so Tyrese. So it looks like in 2024, Tyrese alleges legal battle with Teddy Pendergrass' widow amid biopic efforts. Tyrese. This is from September of last year, September 30th, 2023. Tyrese is speaking out about after his dream of bringing a Teddy Pendergrass biopic to the masses hit a snag. Gibson has long stated that he gained the approval of the Love TKO singer and his widow, Joan Pendergrass, to portray the late performer. However, according to TMZ, Gibson's production company, Voltron Entertainment, is currently involved in a legal battle with Joan after claiming she reneged on their agreement over the rights to Teddy's legacy. The company has invested a report of $450,000 to the project, but claims that the widow is no longer willing to allow Voltron's rights to a book and film about the South Carolina native. Gibson is seeking $1 million in damages. So there you go. Now it was last year, so that doesn't look like that's happening.
Sometimes I think people get up and they intentionally try to troll us.
Let me hold on. Let me change something else here. Hold on. Tyrese's not Tyrese. Teddy West Pendergrass Weiss calls Tyrese a poor businessman in filed documents. According to reports from Radar Online, Joan Pendergrass has filed documents branding Tyrese a poor businessman and claiming he is incapable of getting a movie made. So that's her reason.
Listen, I really believe that sometimes people get up and they choose violence. Like they want to troll us as they know it's going to be some sort of conversation or dialogue.
And I can see Tyrese doing that.
Huh?
I can see Tyrese doing that, knowing that people's going to climb doing it.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we have had a conversation surrounding Tyrese, where it hasn't been something wild and outlandish that he said. I think the most interesting thing recently was like the girl that he's dating, the black chick, was like had this huge crush on like Paul Walker. And so you're dating Tyrese, who is really good friends with Paul Walker. Like, that's weird. And like, for you to even say that, I'm like, that's something you don't tell people, because it just seems like she dating you because you're there. And even if Paul Walker is alive, I don't think he would date he got juice, but he ain't got I date black women juice. You know what I mean?
No, I disagree with that.
No, he got juice, but he does not like his dating track record. It ain't never been a black woman.
Okay.
That's just
Fair
like
enough.
Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake at one point had the juice, but he gave a little bit of the juice, like I might. But then there was also this other part where I was like, no, I don't really see him really dabbling into the brown box like that.
Okay. It says they said he dated Christina Milian on this thing.
Paul Walker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, never mind. She ain't regular black.
She's black though.
She black, but she
But
ain't regular. You know what I mean? She got.
I get your point though. I get it. I know.
Got a little sriracha. You know, I'm just saying. So I don't know. So that's just a little interesting to me. So it's like, you know, I think about his antics. Like I think about the COVID post that he deleted, talking about how you got to sleep with the temperature at a certain level and all this stuff, like spreading misinformation, and then saying things like throw in the tile. TILE versus TOWEL when he was in the comments of one of those versus battles. So like, I don't know. I know Tyrese knew that we were going to be on a podcast talking shit about how crazy he looked. Cause you ain't even putting a sound like this. You didn't even wait for them niggas to give you like the audio track to sync that so we can hear you vocally. And Tyrese is a phenomenal singer. I love Signs of Love Making and how you gonna act like that. But
you're right. No, I like all this stuff.
With the shenanigans. He's like, it's been a while since I have been a meme. It's time for a new one. But nothing will be as epic as motherfucking what more do you want from me? It won't. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you got a great point because people are now talking about him, and now they all like, hey,
we all confusion. And you just reading this shit to me saying there's a whole lawsuit open. Why are you dressed like that, sir? It is not Halloween. It is fuck out here right now. And I get it. You are in the SoFi. They don't have the roof open.
But it just didn't make any sense. Like, was it Marvin? It wasn't even the anniversary of Marvin.
Wanted Tyler Perry to see him. You're laughing.
Oh man!
It was like, well, shit. Tyler Perry playing motherfucker. Which by now, Tyrese and all them damn fucking Fast and Furious movies, he should be getting paid whatever his rate is. But I get it. They splitting that pie amongst all the niggas. But he was like, shit, Tyler Perry playing motherfuckers $1 million a movie. I'm going to get my meal real quick.
Oh, yeah, dang, Tyrese. TP and Tyrese. That actually wouldn't be a bad look.
Now run tell that.
All right, we got an interesting music story here. You're being as a Usher fan as me as well. Here we go.
Same girl for a group called Nephew. They didn't want the song. They didn't pay for the song. I was currently working with R. Kelly. I had just did I'm a Flirt. I was like, yo, check the song out. Tell me if you like it. He gets it. He loves it. We getting to the point that we're about to get Usher on the record. Usher does the record and he sends the record back. I'm all excited. I'm like, yo, this is about to be crazy. Wayne Williams called me and he's like, man, we got a problem. Usher cut the wrong verse. What you mean he cut the wrong verse? He's like, he tripping because in the verse that Usher cut, he took R. Kelly's girl. So it's like R. Kelly's main and it's Usher's side chick. And he's like, man, he's flipping out. And I was like, yo, word? So I'm like, so he ain't gonna do it? He's like, man, I'm trying to figure it out, but it ain't looking good. A month later, I'm just driving in the car and I hear the record come on. I freak out. I'm like, oh man, somebody leaked the record. So I called DJ Wayne Williams. He was like, yeah, I just put it out. We at radio. So I'm like, what happened? He was like, you'll see at the video, the girl, she gonna be a twin. I was like, oh.
All right.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. So I saw this, but I was like, okay, so did what's his face go back and read? Like, did they make him record another verse since Usher did that?
No. No, they didn't. They just made the video, the part, the end of the song where it is being twins. So don't look like R. Kelly was getting played.
Oh, I guess.
You know, disappointed.
I got it because they was like he recorded the wrong verse. So I'm like, well, what was Usher's verse supposed to?
I'm Doja. This sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
Gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Like that's what I want to know. Like when you gonna tell me
Flip-flop their verses.
so it's still the same thing.
Lyrics look like. Let me see. Usher Same Girl lyrics. All right. This is actually on R. Kelly's album. I didn't realize that. Yo, what's up? So basically, Kelly and Usher are talking on the phone. Yo, Ush, what up, Kills? Want to introduce you to this girl. I think you think I really love this girl, man. She's so fine. She stands about 5'4". I guess they talking back and forth. We messing with the same girl. Also, I forgot it's a conversation. So he recorded a part of the conversation that he was supposed to have. I'm assuming, Dom. I think that's how it went. Oh, did we lose Dom, y'all? Hold on. So you know, the song is conversational. So I'm assuming all the stuff that R. Kelly was saying, Usher is supposed to say, and vice versa. Or
Okay,
at least that's what the brother there that said. What was his name? What's that producer's name? Let me see.
you know how this wouldn't have happened if y'all really would have had them in the same studio together. And I know people's time be limited, but that's just what happened.
Dang, you saying if they would have been together, it would have been all right.
Yeah, it would have been all right. And somebody was like, wait. But I mean, but then somebody said it kind of made sense, you know, for this mishap to happen based on even because like they couldn't. It would have been like
Lil Ronnie did it. Oh, okay. Lil Ronnie did this. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of Lil Ronnie. That's all. He looked familiar. Okay, because Lil Ronnie's from Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
The guy that produces from Kansas City.
Okay. But I was gonna say, someone was saying in the comments how, like, I know twins be doing a lot of shit alike, but like having a matching car, like the same color, like all of that is really, really weird. So it would be like, so it would make sense that in real life it would actually be, you know, somebody would have been getting played.
Yeah, it does. But man, I guess the thing that he was like, oh, you got a problem, you know, you like, oh, dang. Like, yeah. I guess if it is your song, he is paying for it. I guess he does want to be where he wants to be. Maybe you got to give maybe some R. Kelly some credit of like he just did want that, and he's paying for the song, he's paying for the production, so he should be able to get what he wants. All right, last up, Milo Thilanakis, filling out with the great Kanye West, and has said a lot of things about him. Don, you said you had some thoughts on this.
Do you have the tweets pulled up, or you want me to pull the tweets?
You got them already?
I think I have them in the DMs. I can pull them right there and read them.
I got it. Hold on, I'll see my.
I got them. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read y'all a couple of tweets, and y'all tell me what y'all think. He says, "There's a reason Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is no longer capable of successfully releasing music or clothing. In fact, there are several reasons, but the most serious and the most recent is his dentist, Thomas Connolly. Connolly got Ye hooked on nitrous, which is a laughing gas. It is my belief that Connolly sought to diminish Ye's mental faculties so that Connolly and his business associates could extract millions of dollars from him. Earlier this year, I uncovered the fraud and intervened. Ye, hooked on the laughing gas, blew up our relationship on purpose by proposing something he knew I'd have to resign over because I had told him so. The resurrection of his longtime idle fantasy of making porn. Also, okay, whatever. Thomas Connolly is a dangerous predator who targets African American celebrities into whose mouths he puts fake diamonds, as I suspect he did with Lil Yachty. He must be stopped. I filed a complaint with the California Dentist Board last week to end that. It was my job to protect Gaye from bad guys since he is all heart. And to be quite honest, it just doesn't seem that he can see it coming. I was paid well for doing it. I don't deserve awards, especially since I should have seen the dentist coming and stopped him sooner as I did with many others. Having said that, there's no doubt in my mind that had I not intervened, Ye would have now been a Michael Jackson in May of this year. I accept that my friendship with Ye is probably over, but my conscience is clearer now. Everything I have published today is included in a sworn statement I have given the FBI and the DA. This juror affidavit was made under the penalty of perjury. If I'm lying, I go to jail or I am deported. Press who want the full pack of evidence can email me. Oh shit. Address and bio. And then he put a picture of Ye's dentist. You can
Is
just
that a brother?
No, he white. But
why does your dentist look like that?
That's what I'm saying. So you listen, okay. Here we go.
What dentist looks like that? I'm not saying a dentist can't get fly and do his thing.
This
but that doesn't
like
look like
motherfucking John Cena.
Right.
You are not about to be in my mouth. And no, I'm not saying pause because we're grown.
As my dentist, I don't want it.
I don't. And so here's the weird thing. I thought it was weird as fuck when I saw that shit of Kanye West with that grill, what I thought was a grill, in his mouth that was just like a piece of metal that looked like a fucking jack-o'-lantern. Like, and it's not.
He looked like a James Bond supervillain in the mouth.
He do. And so that is actually implanted in his mouth.
So that's his mouth from now on?
Grill. That was not a grill because that was the whole thing about that. And so is Kanye West even on Instagram? Yeah.
Oh, he got new teeth dentures beginning this year. Damn, you're right.
Yeah.
Got titanium dentures.
Yeah. That's what that weird thing is. So I believe this guy. Like it doesn't make sense. And Kanye West been off the off his rocker for a while. And
has he fallen off for good, Dom? Is he done?
Yes.
You think so? You think is there a way for him to come back? Can he ever? Does he have room for a redemption?
It's gonna be a redemption. If there's a redemption story, it is the version where now he want to be back in our faces. Because the white people not gonna fuck with him.
It's gonna be disingenuous. You said so. His return arc will feel disingenuous. You're saying?
Yes.
Damn.
And that's really heartbreaking to say.
Damn. So there's like, wow, damn, Dom.
And I say that because, and this is a Kanye West, former Kanye West stan account. Always.
A lot of us did, especially any of us that was in college or school at that time. For sure.
Like the fact that I had my mom listening to Late Registration. So I think that Like it's just like, I remember I did this blog post called like The Art of Kanye, and just was talking about like, you need to, come home and all this stuff, and you need to really get help, and speaking about like how dope he was and how impactful he was and how needed he was to our culture. Like he was. And he was also a breath of fresh air. And it was like really dope because all of us didn't necessarily grow up like in this rough like life. We grew up in the hood, but we was like hood adjacent. So it was like nice to see ourselves represented again in like mainstream culture, but also like this nigga was able to speak to us and speak to the hood niggas, and it made sense. Nothing felt forced. And I know, like, yes, is he likely autistic and things like that? Yes, for sure. 100% believe that. Like man told me a story one time, and I was like, yeah, that nigga he a little slow. He a little off his rocker. But you could still receive that and still appreciate him for who he was. And so what happens is I mean, he literally told us what he was gonna do in Gold Digger. We just didn't know how soon it was gonna be. And then to see it happen like this, and then people can say, oh, the Kardashian person. I was like, it was a train wreck coming because of both of their egos. So I'm not gonna say he fell victim to that. Like Kim got away because she knew what was coming and how detrimental that was to her career. And then he tried to pin it back, like, but she never badmouthed him. Like
she never. She's never, and look, she's done that with every other dude before that. She is not saying nothing about Ye though.
But and don't say nothing, and that's the thing. And I think different to a certain degree, it's different because she has children, and so probably if she would, she could. But kids are involved, and now we know, like with how social media and all this stuff set up, somebody could be like, North, why your mama saying this about your daddy? Like, I know they beefing, but shit, like your kids have to endure a level of that. But I really believe him, and like this guy just looks like a con artist. Like he's looking to get his leg up. But wait, Lil Yachty came
was a con artist too.
Lil Yachty said that he took his own diamonds. He didn't put fake diamonds in his mouth.
Oh, so that dentist. So the dentist thing is so. Yachty said, I did go to him, but I brought my own diamonds.
Yeah. Yeah. So
like, so Kanye can't come back. And I
don't think it's that he can't. I think it'll be a while, but like it's like I feel like he probably could if he really wants to do the work. I don't think at this moment he's interested in that. Because that's a lot of work that you got to do.
I mean, and how many? I mean, them last two Vulture albums didn't do well at all. Like I've never listened to them.
I didn't even know he put anything out.
It's two Vultures albums.
Oh,
two of them with
I thought he was making music.
No, with Ty Dolla $ign.
No, and also again, see, and I ain't mad at people. Get it how you live it. Get the check, because I'm also like. Ty Dolla $ign is big enough where you don't have to do that. But also, I get it. Everybody don't know who Ty Dolla $ign is. But I'm pretty sure a Kanye check is a different check.
Yep. And even if it don't pop, I got this check. Might be one of the best checks I done got.
Yeah.
But I don't think
it was the most. And
this is one of the saddest stories in hip hop. I know that when people die, it's even worse. But it feels like Kanye is dead, like in a lot of ways. Like just the spirit of you, just like damn. When you said I can't come out, I was like damn. Like, and I thought about like you're right, but it feels like a death, man. It feels like yo, this dude died, and we're never going to get that person again.
And I'm no rap enthusiast. I'm just speaking from my heart. Like, I listen to rap, but it ain't like I'm like, oh, I can't wait till midnight. Actually, that's a lie because I could not wait to get my hands on Late Registration. and probably went to Walmart to get it at midnight.
Yeah.
Like, drive slow. I get emotional talking about it because
Spaceships was the joint
oh
for
my
me.
God. I used to be in the
I had just graduated college and I was working at City Mortgage. I was scanning mortgage files from 12 midnight to 8 in the morning. That was my schedule. I was working late, like literally third shift. And I would listen to that. And it came out right when I was, at the end of that time period. Because I had heard that song before I heard the album. Because they had leaked a lot of stuff before that. So I had heard the song before the album dropped.
Dude.
And I had on the burst.
I don't even want to listen. My eyes is getting watery. When I feel overwhelmed in life, or when things get tough, like at work, like I'm in that space right now. And I literally used to play Spaceships all the time. Like during my stock work at Saks, I'm like, damn. Like, if I could buy me a spaceship and fly, like seriously, I want to fly. Like, and then think about how iconic and epic Good Friday was. Like, you was waiting. Like, I can't wait to get to Friday because what the fuck is Kanye West gonna drop today, leading up to motherfucking My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy. You know what I mean? Like, that was some of the drops, if you put that as made it its own album, it could give My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy a run.
Oh, for sure.
That was the first time I think I heard Beyonce say the N-word. That song with her, Charlie Wilson.
Oh yeah.
See Me Now, or like something about like, wait, because she said my niggas is home, and I was like, oh my God, Beyonce said the N-word.
You talking? Oh, what is the name of that song?
Because I used to wear that out. I miss my BlackBerry.
Hold on. See, it is See Me Now.
See Me Now. Yeah. I'm like, man.
It is just Kanye, Beyonce, and Charlie Wilson. That's it.
Yep. And have y'all taken the time to look at the credits on all of the lights? Like,
it's a ton of people.
It's so many people on that song. And only Kanye West could do that at this time. The only other person that would be able to do that would have been Michael Jackson.
I agree.
Like, that is how, I
ain't gonna lie, the most emotional song to me from Kanye period ever, and it's been the most motivation is Last Call. Like, just hearing that story of like how just you come from nothing and you just keep grinding and get disappointment after disappointment, door closed after door closed, and then you just keep grinding and it'll happen. Man, Last Call for me is it. But this feels like a death. Damn, we sound like we doing this motherfucker's eulogy. Like, God damn.
I'm like, and look at me like fighting back tears. Like, it's so crazy because of like just being able to even have him in that same category. Now, I don't think motherfuckers would be fainting this. I don't know. But I knew the shift was different. And it was just gonna kind of go downhill from there. Is when I went to the Yeezus tour, and
you said it's so weird, right?
Yeah. So me and my homegirl went, and like in our section, like nobody knew stuff probably prior to. I'm gonna say some of them might have knew Runaway. But them niggas could not get them high.
Damn.
I'm like, how y'all don't know get them high? How y'all don't know Through the Wire? Y'all just got here. with Yeezus. So y'all singing all the terrible Yeezus, like no, and Yeezus got a couple tracks that's
No,
like,
it's got like 2 or 3 songs. Most of that shit's terrible on that album.
yeah, and it's not mixed
Yeah.
well.
Nope.
You know, and I'm like, black skinhead grew on me. I was standing that for a second. I don't care for, but mainly it's Blood on the Leaves.
Blood on the Leaves is dope, and the joint with Charlie Wilson on there is dope.
Didn't I listen? I don't even remember it, and I bought the CD because the case. I like the case, and I never opened it because of that. But it's sad. It is really, really sad because it does, like, we don't know who he is anymore. And I know people go through things, and it's one of those things where, you know, you feel bad because, and we talked about that on here before, because we talked about him likely being autistic, his mom being an educator, and probably never getting him diagnosed because she knew he was autistic. So she, you know, like did what any mom would do, which is like shield him and protect him and coddle him a little bit. And then the other part of it is like, you know, so I understand him having a hard time, you know, with his mom passing after that surgery, because you feel a level of guilt because you paid for it. And then but then the other part of it is like your ego got so inflated that you let it get the best of you. And here we are.
Damn, yay. There's a small chance that I think he can come back, but like you said, it may feel disingenuous, and he'd have to do the real work to do that. And we may be, damn. All right,
Yeah,
Don, working.
like he's like, think of all the burnt bridges that he's burned. You know what I mean? So it's like, is it gonna have to be something where it's almost kind of like he's bankrupt, and now he's like on his knees begging? Like it's not gonna feel. It still won't feel authentic, because it was like, if you still had money, would you be here?
I was trying to think what black person could he associate with to get himself back, and I was like, every person that I would know that would be a black person that wouldn't mess with him. So it's like every person I think that can help rehabilitate him, and like they'll be like, I ain't messing with you, dude. What work have you done? You just ain't coming back around and talking about, yeah, I want to work with you on something or hang around you.
Because it's like, if I work with you, is it
what if you do something 3 months later dumb? Then I look like an idiot because I was hanging out with you and everything.
It's that, but are you going to backbite me and then say something crazy that never even happened?
Right.
Like, so I don't know. Like, I just, it's some people like that you kind of like be interested to kind of see. I my homegirl was like headed to her house one day and was getting off like at the exit, like an exit in North Hollywood, and it was like a homeless person, and then somebody they like, I guess, like was trying to, like, how homeless people, asking for money, and she's like Kanye West gets out the car and hands the guy a wad of cash, and then just gets back in the car and just like drives off. And I'm like, do I believe that? Absolutely. Yeah. But it's like, but the fame monster got you.
Mm-hmm.
And it really took a toll, and I'm sad.
Yeah. Where can people hit you up at, Dom?
Hey, y'all, follow me on the TikTok. It's St. Angeles.
Now everybody using TikTok now since the web video pop.
Yeah. I got a couple followers off of that. I got a follower on Instagram, a new one.
From the same video?
Yeah, from the same video. He's definitely in the Beehive. And
you said he?
Yeah, he definitely in the Beehive.
This is why you said it, like he's definitely in the Beehive.
He's definitely in the Beehive. And then my YouTube, I have a new episode I just dropped for my podcast, Whiskey Soured. It's my big sister and I. We are talking about the Barbie documentary, the Black Barbie documentary, and you get to get a little insight into my childhood upbringing, playing with dolls and the dreams that doll manifested for me. It's a lot of fun. It's really dope. So I might even shed a tear a little bit on there. But yeah, so that's what I got going on right now. So that's it.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening as always. We'll be back. Peace.